Wasn't that amazing? Absolutely amazing. I think they had 25 minutes extra time, and you got an amazing audience. I'd like to now introduce Joel and Travis. Guys, Joel, come on.
3, 2, 1, 2, ignition.
Woohoo! Joel and Travis, everyone.
Dude, we're going to follow Spike Lee? What?
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
great.
Thank you,
that's
Jody.
great.
Give it up
Thanks,
for Jody Rich.
Yeah.
What is up? It's up on the screen here.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
I want to thank Spike Lee for warming up the crowd for us. That was a
So
good
nice of
opening
him.
act. That was
Really
nice
good.
of him. So we want to deliver some value bombs to you guys today, but first, is this not amazing? I said, is this not amazing? I mean,
NFTs are at Radio City Music Hall.
in 3 years, they've grown to 15,000 people. Just incredible.
Yeah,
Slide
it's so
Master,
crazy.
go ahead and give us something here on the slide so we can see it on the Comm monitor. Appreciate
Pow!
that. We're
I
gonna
told
talk-
my mom, I'm like, we're going to be at Radio City Music Hall, Mom. And she was like, yeah, well, that's not Carnegie Hall. So I got some work to do. Keep me hungry, Mom.
It's true that we refer to one another as Sir Lord Joel and Sir Lord Travis because A, we are Scottish landowners. We're lards, and
true.
not just here.
We are Sir Lords, and we have so much land in Scotland. It's about this much. Is it? Like, how
about-
much is a meter?
It's about a square meter.
It's about a meter. I don't know
Yeah.
how much a meter is. I
And
know this
we-
is about 6 inches, I heard.
We are lords because of that, and we are sirs because we are knights of Sealand.
Yeah. Somebody listens to our show and thought that it would be hilarious if they knighted us also on this thing. I don't even know what this is. This is a
I don't know.
principality.
It's
But
a thing, but it's real. You know it's real because we got a certificate.
So official. It's got a seal and everything on it.
So we have previously been known as the knights who say, "Nee, nee," and we demand
A shrubbery.
But
Now, we are the knights who say NFT. Any Monty Python fans out here? There's a couple of them. When are they going to make some NFTs? John Cleese, get some NFTs going.
and for what it's worth, we still demand a shrubbery. We've been doing this stuff for now almost 5 years with the Bad Crypto podcast starting in 2017. We believe, unless somebody wants to challenge us otherwise, that we were the first podcast to talk about NFTs.
Yeah, that's true. Back when Crypto Kitties came out, in those early days, Crypto Punks, Crypto Bots, Crypto Kitties, and it was so funny to us because we were like, oh my God, so you mean these JPEGs can have sex with these JPEGs and make other baby JPEGs? Oh. Yeah, and we said, this is going to be huge, y'all. This is going to be huge.
We befriended Patricia Worthalter at POAP back in late 2019, and we did our first POAPs at the Bitcoin conference in Miami in 2020, have done a bunch of them. We started the Nifty Show about 2 years ago, and we have minted over 1.5 million NFTs on the Wax blockchain.
Wait, how many NFTs?
1.5 million.
That's pretty crazy to think about.
With
That's a
zero
lot.
gas fees.
Zero. Actually, Wax is 222,000 times more efficient than Ethereum, and after us, William Quigley of Wax will be on.
Yeah.
So that was a tie-in right there.
You put this slide. What do you want to
Oh
say?
yes, so check this out. So one of the first things we did with our Blockchain Heroes thing was we did a Kickstarter, and we did these actual cards ahead of time. So you actually bought an NFT, and then eventually we delivered you cards.
Let me see.
So there's one right there.
Do these go? Let's see.
Do these fly?
Not very
That
well.
was the worst one ever. These do not fly.
Come see us
Never
afterwards,
mind.
and we'll hand you a card.
Yeah, I got Mr. Wick right here. I have to save that one for
I'll
him.
save that one for William, yeah. We've done a bunch of other things, and we have acted as advisors for a bunch of different brands that you guys know, Animoca, Gala Games, Vulcan Forged. However,
notice on this, there's no Luna. There's no Luna Terra on there.
there's no Celsius.
Yeah, none of that. 3 Arrows, we didn't advise any of them.
We did not advise them.
So
should
yeah,
have
they
told
didn't
us.
listen to us at all. It wasn't me. And we don't know who is next, but we wouldn't advise them either.
That's right.
So you know, trying to keep it real.
We don't know who's next. So this is amazing. The floor of the CryptoPunks, this is a couple days ago, so it's a little bit more now, but look how inexpensively you can get one of those JPEGs. What was it that Mr. Wonderful tweeted?
Yeah, Mr. Wonderful said, yeah, I probably should have spent $3 million on a JPEG.
Yeah.
Probably not, probably not. But what's interesting is those CryptoPunks right there, those are actually V2 CryptoPunks. You guys know about V1 CryptoPunks? Who here knows about V1 CryptoPunks?
Yeah.
All right,
This is not a joke.
You know.
This is not a test. This is real.
Yeah, if you know, you know. And just Google it.
If you know, you know. Look up V1 CryptoPunks. They're on OpenSea, verified. The floor for Bored Ape, I think, is about 90 right now.
You get 90 grand, you can get a Bored Ape.
I know, right?
That's crazy.
This is Scott Adams' one and only NFT. And how appropriate is it?
Yeah, I bought some digital art on the internet for $600. Well, you know, there's really no good reason to buy a digital art. Well, I just sold it for $120,000. Can you let me be right just one fucking time ever?
No, we can't.
It's good. Sorry, Scott Adams, you cannot be right.
Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to talk fast, so you got to listen fast. You don't have to take pictures if you don't want to, because at the end there's going to be a QR code you could scan, and you could download the whole presentation as PDF. You can print it out, you can frame it, you can hand it out to your friends and neighbors.
Make an NFT out of it.
You'll be the coolest person in the room.
So
in no particular order, but important, number one is...
Do you like the art? And this is my favorite NFT. I think I own 3 of these. Got them on Nifty Gateway, Boss Logic. I love it. Kobe's just sitting there, just so beautiful. So for one, I love the art. I love it so much, I got 3. So.
And regardless, if the price goes up or the price goes down, if you've got something that you enjoy, then you got something you enjoy. If it gives you pleasure to own it, then it gives you pleasure. So that's important to me, to not buy something just to chase after something and then go, look at this crappy dog I got. This thing's horrible. What are we doing?
I'm not going to show that to Rufus. His dog's name's Rufus, and he just said, look at this crappy dog I had as I video.
Number 2,
nice.
what blockchain is the NFT being minted on? Everybody knows Ethereum. If anything in the public eye, Ethereum's been talked about more than others. But there's Polygon, there's Avalanche, there's Tezos, there's Cardano, there's Wax.
I think it's about 12 now.
Our home for NFTs, and there's Solana. But you know, unlike Solana, Wax doesn't turn off.
That's true.
Like Solana
not wax on, wax off.
Yeah.
That's good.
Number 3.
What is the delivery format? And so with the NFT, there's all kinds of them. Is it a generative set? Is it just specific one-of-ones out there? Is it giving you access to some membership or some experience kind of thing? And one of the cool things that we did with Wax was a pack delivery. You can't do it on Ethereum, but you can actually have an NFT with NFTs inside, and then you can actually have a pack of NFTs inside the pack of NFTs. It's NFTception.
Then you can stack packs with your Wax.
Yeah, it's amazing. And this right here's a cool project that Mr. Joel Comm's working on with the literal Sylvester Stallone. Anybody heard of that guy? It's pretty crazy. Pretty awesome.
You may have heard of him.
Don't worry about it. Don't forget about it.
Planet Sly will be launching soon. Number 4, is it original or is it a derivative? Now, we're not saying there's not a place for derivatives. Obviously, there are. You got your Bored Apes. You got your Mutant Apes. I finally saw my endpoint the other day and bought a Mutant for 14 ETH. You've got your Bored Ape Housewife.
He actually has monkeypox now, guys, so be careful.
You got your Trippy Apes. I'm a big fan of originality, but, you know, if you find the right groove, like how many Goblin derivatives are there out now?
Not enough, Joel, not enough.
There's
Never enough.
Trust me. Number 5.
Community. How great. What are you guys doing? Is there an awesome mission that you guys are working on, some things you're trying to accomplish? One of the projects that I'm working on is I'm trying to gamify mindfulness and well-being. And so we're the collective community is working to actually help people eliminate the blah blah in their brain, right? And so, you know, what is your project doing? What is this project you're doing analysis on doing? What's the main cause? Because that community can really make or break you. And it's one of the most challenging things to do is to build a great community.
Right, and it's what the essence of viral marketing is. And for those of you that are marketing projects, understand that viral marketing is not something that you just create. You don't create and go, okay, this is viral. Viral marketing happens when you tell a story so compelling that other people will retell it for you without even being asked. Think about it. When you share something on social media, they didn't come to you and say, hey, help us make this go viral. They love the story, and so they'll help you do that. Number 6 is marketing. And by the way, all of these points apply to whether you're selling an NFT collection or as a buyer. These are things that you want to look at as a buyer to go, how well is the team doing these things?
And it really applies in all of Web3, right? These are key things because a lot of these are projects. They have tokens attached to them in some way. You know, you want to have a community. Most everything that's in this does apply to most things that you're launching. But a lot of these are very specific to this new world that we're seeing here in this whole new blockchain space we're in.
So is the NFT being marketed in such a way that it'll bring awareness? I've seen some fantastic projects with some fantastic artists, and they can't figure out why they're not getting traction. Well, it's because nobody knows about you, because you're not doing any marketing to make your message.
Because you're not on Times Square, right? You don't.
Oh, what's this about?
What is this? What's going on here?
Hey, Doc, we better back up. We don't have enough room
Gotta
to
back
get
up,
up to
man.
88. Roads? Where we're going, we don't need roads.
Wait. Where we're going, we do need roads. We need a roadmap, Joel.
We need a roadmap.
You gotta have a damn roadmap. That's the key thing, right?
Yeah.
You know,
You got to tell people where you're going with this project. And we're not, you know, it used to be when we started with our Blockchain Heroes collection on Wax, almost 2 years. It'll be 2 years in July that we started this. People just wanted collectibles, the novelty of NFTs, something that you could buy in a pack, you could open, you could trade, you can sell, you could use for some burn mechanisms.
Yeah.
That was novel, but that's not enough anymore. People are looking for a map that shows them where it's going.
yeah. When we first launched it, you know, we were creating these packs, and you'd open it up, and it's this dopamine experience because our whole mission is to deliver delight. And whenever we're launching any sort of NFT project, we want to deliver delight, we want to add value, and we make it fun. And then as we're building the roadmap out, and on my project, I got a 7-year roadmap, which was kind of inspired by Gary Vee saying he's going to do a 40-year roadmap. And
He's going all the way to the end.
I was like, screw that, I ain't doing 40 years. I'll maybe do 7.
He wants the Jets. So
He does.
sorry,
I
those
think
of you
his
that
V
are
friends
Giants
are going to
fans.
help him get the Jets. But when you're talking about the roadmap is where are you going, what are you doing, and are you hitting your milestones along the way? Because that's a key, because your community's paying attention every step.
Absolutely. Number 8, you want to look at who is in the leadership. Are these people anonymous or are they doxxed? What experience do they have? Now, you can be an anonymous team, and I understand why some projects do that, but it's hard to determine, is this real or is this just going to be another rug pull? Who's been rug pulled? Oh, it hurts. I know. It's horrible. Nobody likes it. In fact, I'm one of the ones that bought one of those Pixelmons. They're the ones that put out that horrible.
Anybody else spend a shitload of ETH on Pixelmons?
Okay, but here's what you don't know. I got
I
an email from OpenSea yesterday. They've been delisted.
Yeah, I saw
so
that.
now my crappy NFT doesn't even live in my OpenSea wallet anymore.
Yeah. Now my crappy NFT can't even open on OpenSea.
Are they
Sucks.
active in the community? Are they part of this project, or are they ancillary?
Yeah.
Know who
And
the leadership is.
That's true, and that's great. Like time for it's part of a community kind of marketing, kind of leadership. Are they on Twitter Spaces? Are they on Clubhouses? Are they connecting and actively sharing in multiple communities? Right, because that's some things too. It helps build that trust. And I do want to say this is about trust. Is when you get Joel's age, never trust a fart. Just never do that.
He's not wrong. I mean,
It's important.
you had to go there.
I did have to go
You-
there.
you had to go
Utility,
there.
again, very important part, kind of a continuation of the roadmap and where you're going. What are you doing? Are you able to stake it? Are you able to earn some tokens? Is it used in a game or a virtual world in some ways? The subscription things? What else?
Here's the thing about these now, is that you can add utility as the creator forever. If you've got an NFT collection, you could tell people who are purchasing it or minting them for free that, hey, you're going to get this and this and this. But guess what? When this and this and this are delivered, if your collection is hitting it or it needs to get more momentum, you could add value and more utility at any time, whether it's physical goods, digital goods, memberships, community, IRL experiences. These NFTs are keys that unlock the magic box.
It's so true.
What's in the box?
Well, speaking of that, I believe we were the very first ones to launch a subscription box around NFTs before Pranksy and their box.
Now you're just bragging.
Called the Nifty Box. Well, it was cool because you're actually able to take this ID, you say, okay, we would give you a card. Now we know that you have this in your wallet. And then Joel over here, he's Mint Master Mike. He would over here and be like, all right, we're going to do this. We're going to divide them all up, and we're going to randomize them, and we're going to drop. So we were dropping so many NFTs with that year when we did the Nifty Box.
We were making it rain NFTs.
Making it rain.
And there's so many things that you can do with your NFTs. So perhaps once you've minted something from a project, this is an upcoming project that I'm advising on called ZeroFX. Once you've minted your mandrel, guess what? You're going to get a free apartment in this then metaverse. And this is just the beginning. So you're going to be looking for value in your NFTs and utility that goes far beyond what they're offering you initially.
Do I get my own condo?
You get your condo.
You get your own condo with that one. That looks pretty nice. Also very important is celebrities and influencers. Who's attached? And maybe it's like, who's attached? Maybe you don't want to be with it because they're attached. Shout out to Steve Aoki. I think most everyone that he's been a part of has not been awesome just because I don't know why, but I love Steve Aoki.
Who's this influencer you're with?
Cosmo Di Medici. It's Cosmo Di Medici. Have you guys ever met Cosmo Di Medici? Cosmo Di Medici. It's Cosmo Di Medici. That's what I called him when I met him. I'm like, it's Cosmo Di Medici. He was like, what?
He was like,
get this fucking guy out of here. I think that's what he said. I think that's what he said.
Yo, Doug. Third-party celebrities can have a big impact if they are intimately involved with the project. If they're just putting their name on it, it's kind of like somebody putting their face on the box of Wheaties. Right? They're probably not even eating the Wheaties. They're just getting paid a lot to do it.
Some of them got in trouble. I think Floyd Mayweather got in trouble really early on in the ICO days, right? There was a project. I don't even remember what it was, but it was an interesting one.
The UX and the UI, number 11, the fun factor is super important. You know, I sold off all of my collectibles, my Star Wars cards, my comic books from my youth, all of these things, and now I play with my NFTs because I know I look like a grown-ass man, but I'm 12 years old inside, and I still like to play with my toys. And so NFTs can be a lot of fun. So what's the UI on the website like? Are they fun? Even if it's not a game, are they interesting and fun to play with?
Yeah, Joel actually, he'll say, I'll message him sometime, I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm playing with my NFTs.
Yeah.
He plays.
Close the door, Mom. I'm playing with my NFTs.
Playing with my NFTs. Ugh.
Number 12.
Yeah, collaborations. This is a really key thing. It's one of the things that I really like about NFTs is that, to me, it's not competitive. This is not a competitive space. It's a collaborative space. And if you have an open mind and an open heart, you can work with some amazing people. And how do you find ways to fit your project in with other projects? Because there's some magic that happens in that, right, Joel?
Absolutely. And you know, you want to really make sure that there is alignment there, that you're not collaborating just for the sake of collaborating. Like, how do these projects really align with one another? For example, as Travis said earlier, he's working on a project called Ancient Wisdom, and all of these projects are collaborating with the same purpose.
That's true. Actually, Supernatural University is a conscious movie company out of Hollywood. They're doing 5 movies. It's got Netflix distribution on that, and so that's cool. They're going to be part of this, and we're part of their thing. Seekers of the Eternal, Twin Protocol, this is one, and with Singularity.net, is with this project, we're actually creating these shamans, and they're gonna have AI behind them, powered by the same people that do Sophie, right? So imagine, we're creating metahumans around certain ancient wisdom, and then your NFTs are gonna be powered by that. So we're some really cool people to partner with and to connect with.
How's that side of the stage?
It's really good.
Let's trade. I want to see what
the side's like. It's really warm.
I want to see if I'm more handsome over here.
There.
I don't know if I will be. Number 13, charitable initiatives. It's so important that we give back with our projects, and not because it's a trendy thing to do, but because there's a real legitimate cause that your community wants to support and do so meaningfully.
It's very important, and there's a lot of ones that are doing that, and I think that's a really cool thing to do. We've actually creating a DAO with ours to put 50% into a DAO fund to actually do good stuff with it. So it's not just about how much money we can make and how great we are, because it's not, because we're 2 of the most humble people you'll ever meet. Joel's he's the best at being humble I've ever seen anyone
I'm so
be.
proud of my humility.
He's so good at being humble.
That's amazing.
How can we help people out there? It's like, it's great to get all wealthy and whatnot, but come on, let's do good stuff with it, folks.
And all of these things, you could have them as part of a project or not have them, and the project that doesn't have them still ends up succeeding. How does that happen? That's the X factor.
I
That
call
is
it the WTF factor, because I'm like, what the F is this going? What the hell, are you serious?
Who knows why cryptodes ended up going crazy? Who knows exactly why Goblin Town? Now, if you dig into it, you'll start to find those reasons, but there are unseen factors that can influence. And finally, moolah.
Money, right? And market conditions. Like, who wants to launch an NFT project now, really, in the crazy time? I mean, you better have a lot of these qualities to launch one when the drop is dropping out of the bottom of the market like this.
Or you have the cojones to say, you know what, the market is what it is. Our project is so amazing. We're bringing this thing out because we've got an incredible community that's going to do this. Now, there's talk out there that we are in this bear market right now. I think that language misses the best part of this market that we are in right now, because it is during a bear market that tomorrow's millionaires and billionaires are being created. Don't look at it as a bear market. Look at it as a build market.
It's a build market, everybody! Yay!
I'll hear that woo-hoo.
I can tell that it's a build market because there's people on Times Square, there's billboards.
Yeah, I mean, do you feel at this conference that like somehow this is tough right now? No, this is great stuff. Has this been helpful to you guys?
You guys like this?
Fantastic. There's the QR code right there. You can scan that, and can we get the house lights for a minute? Because if I don't get a selfie up here with Sir Lord Travis Wright,
that's right.
I mean, how do you miss this
Well,
opportunity?
this is great.
Turn around.
Don't look at my butt.
You guys stand up. Give us a scream.
Don't look at my butt.
Don't
Okay,
look at
now
his butt.
they can't help it.
All right.
It's the elephant in the room now.
Too late.
Thank
All
you
right.
so much, everyone. So check this out. So we are now your MCs for the rest of the
You're
day. Is that
stuck
cool?
with us.
Is that good? You guys are stuck with us? We're going to help introduce the other people. And so this is also NYC. We just had Spike Lee up here, right? This is the home of hip-hop happened in here, in New York. Anybody like hip-hop here? Only a couple people? All right, so let's do some crowd participation here. This is going to be fun, just for a little bit.
If they like hip-hop, they're not going to like this
They don't
at
like
all.
it. If you don't like hip-hop, you're not going to like this. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to do a little old school check. My favorite hip-hop of all time, I love the Beastie Boys, right? They're from Brooklyn. It's Secaucus. Here they are, right? So how about this? Let's do one of these old school things. When I say in, you say FT. In. In.
When I say N, you say YC. N. N.
When I say in, you say FT. In. In.
When I say N, you say YC. N. N.
In.
Still?
In.
FT.
Oh, yeah,
All
let's
right.
go. Here we go.
Now he wrote this just like overnight.
No, this is
so
freestyle.
Forgive us.
This is freestyle.
NFT.NYC, we hear it's the place to be.
And we came on right after Spike Lee. And to me, that is crazy.
Okay.
Now, we didn't ape in BAYC.
But we could have got one on OpenSea.
I didn't want to pay those ETH gas fees.
So I got myself a penguin that's pudgy.
And we both got gift codes from Gary Vee.
Special thanks to Quinn, Cam, and Jody.
Now we're your brand new MCs, talking play to earn and Web3.
If you need a VIP to your party,
Please invite Joel and me.
NFT.
NYC, Radio City, Music Hall.
That, y'all,
We are not rappers, and neither is Joel.
I am not a rapper.
We're not.
Yes. Thank you very little.
But coming up next is William Quigley.
Oh, yeah. So we've got our next person coming up here to speak, and we're a big fan of his. Had him on Bad Crypto Podcast many times. He is the founder of Tether. Do you know that? USDT.
Tether.
And he is the king of wax. Would you please welcome Mr. William Quigley?